Welcome to the first video where I'm going to be teaching you how to solve the Ivy cube. So, the first thing you need to do if you want to solve this cube is to scramble it, because otherwise you can't solve it. So I hope I won't mess up this time. And we will call that a scramble. So, the first thing you need to do when you're trying to solve the Ivy cube is to search for a pair where one corner piece stick to a center piece, like that. So now you see that the orange corner piece is sticking to the orange center piece. So then we have one more corner piece, because otherwise it wouldn't make for a full side, which has orange on it. So that piece would be this one, because it has orange on it. Now this one just happens to be in the right spot, because if we turn this, then we can see it match up, and it goes from B, that was like 2 moves, and you see like this is totally scrambled, and now with those 2 moves it just got to be a full side. But the amount of moves is not necessary right now, so let's go through that again. So now we don't have any pairs at all, what a freak. But in that case we would make a pair. So you see here we have a white corner piece, it has whites on it, and we have the white center here. So then we would move the white center up so they two match together. Now we can see that in order for us to be able to make the full side, we need to move this out of the way, because the other white corner piece is there, and if we would just try to put it up, we would throw away our center piece. So we should not do that, but instead we will move this pair out of the way, so we then can put in this corner piece with white on top now, and then we can put that pair up, and that will make for our full side. So that's step number 1. So step 2 is after we have finished this first layer, then we have to turn the cube around, because if we just will watch this finished layer, we won't really come anywhere. So we have to turn the cube, and the cube will thank us with another mess that we will fix. And how we fix this mess is by first fixing this top layer. And to do that, if we have white on the bottom, we have to put the yellow up in here. So it's 2 ways to do this, but both get the same concept as the first layer we did, the white one. And that is the method that will not make you have to think too much, is just by putting both the corners with the yellow stickers facing up. So if we should have this situation where none of the stickers or corners with yellow is facing up, then we have to find like, here is one corner with yellow, and then we put that one up, and then we search, but there's only 2 corners here, so here's the other one with yellow, so we put that one up. And now we can just go and find this yellow center, and when we have the yellow center, then we have to put the yellow center up like that. Don't care about the piece that we put down, because now we are going to take this pair now. You maybe see where we're going, and put that pair out of the way. Then we can put back up this yellow sticker, because or this yellow piece, because now it's nothing that stops us. And here you can see that now we are back in a situation where we have this corner piece, and then we have this nice little pair which we can just put up like that. So now we have finished the top layer, or to say the bottom, depending on if you either care to turn around the cube. So let's take that again. We go with this. Then in this case, if you want to see, we have this corner with yellow facing this direction, and it's not doing anything there. And then we have this corner, which is not either pointing out, so it doesn't have really any function. And then we have the center here. So an obvious way I would see this situation would be to take this corner and put it up, so it's facing up. So we then could put this center up in it. So now we have a pair. And then we can do basically the same thing as we did with the first layer. So we would take that out, put this one in, or to say turn around this corner, so the corner is facing up, and then put up the yellow. So then the yellow pair, to say that was here, just put it up, and then you will have the correct position. So now we have this top layer finished. And just if you think that's really complicated, I'm not going to be able to learn that, then you can chill out, because it's a much easier way. Like here, it doesn't have to be one corner facing up, like it's here. But even if it's 0 like now, you can just take the two corners, that's to say this one now, put it up, find another one, that's to say this one, and put it up. So now you have both corners up, but then you may think, but how am I going to get up the yellow center, or something like that? And the way you do that is by just putting it up the shortest way you can, because it doesn't matter about this piece who we push down, because now we have a pair, and with that pair we're going to move it out of the way, so we then can move this corner back up. And hopefully you can catch up and see that we have a really easy situation here, just to put that up and see. So that's step number 2, and after that you will have this middle layer, which will probably have 3 out of its 4 centers messed up. As you can see, this one isn't correct, this one isn't correct, this one is not either correct, but this one is correct. And you will most likely get one center or one whole side that is correct. If you don't, you just have to repeat the algorithm. You need to know, if you even want to call it an algorithm, in the next So, now we are moving on to the last and final step of how to solve the Ivy cube. So last step we finished this yellow side and in addition another random side, that's to say this situation blue. But now we have the green and orange, red and green, and orange and red side left. So there is one method that I know of at least how to solve this. So to do this you have to hold it either so you have solved sides on the right of the cube for you and the left of the cube for you and the bottom of the cube. So that means you can either hold it like this or like this. Now in this case I would prefer to hold like this, because how this last step works is that you will look for one you will look at the color of the corners in the upper what it's called now, on the upper layer. So you should have a messed up side in the front and in the back of your cube then, and then you look at the top. I hope that's clear enough. And if you look at the corners, here is, in this case it's green, then you have to find the green center, which is obviously here right now. So then the way you do it is like this. You pull the green one up, and then or basically in this case you would look at this one, because this is the one who changes the most, or at least the one who changes right now. So if we move the green one up, you will see that now we have orange, and of course here is the orange center. So now we move that one up, and now it's a red one here, and the red center is here. So now we move that one back, and then lastly it's green here now, and here is the green, so we move that to pair like that. So if you didn't catch that, let's do this again. So now we have green here, and now I'm going to say it more like an algorithm. So we have the green center here, and the green center needs to be going here because it's green on top here. So then we move the green one up, and then we move the center that was in the back up, and then we redo the first move, which was to move this one up. So we move that one down, and then we redo the second move we did, which will make this final finished cube. Okay, but now I will just go through it just to show. So you move this, you look which color, I will go a bit rapid now, which color is on the top. That would be red. Which color would be on the top of the corners, and that would be red right now. So then we move the red center up, then we move the other earlier messed up corner up, then we redo the first move we did, which was the red up. So now we move that one down, and then we redo the second move we did, which would be that. So after you have done that, you will have if you have done all of that correctly, you will have completed the Ivy cube. thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content or if it helped you with the Ivy Cube. Comment what I should do in the next video. Bye!